and nothing and no one. All at the same time. How's that possible? I wonder. Alright, so today I just got a couple messages for a couple people. Might end up being a little bit more than that, but I'm not too sure. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Spontaneous. Person number one, and there's no particular order. Billy Carson. Thank you, first of all. Appreciate you and the work you're doing. You're amazing. Keep going. You know you're doing exactly what you're meant to do and what you're supposed to do, and what you're here for, why you came here for. You know, the reason why you're doing what you're doing is because you're the only one who can do it. I'm sure you already got that, but if not, this is the universe / your way of reinforcing that, but I'm sure you've had a whole bunch of that already. So what I wanted to encourage you about is mainly the note I got. I don't know, but when it comes to, I believe, because it's been a little bit since I like watched the stuff, but I watched a lot of your stuff, or at least enough, not a lot of it in the amount that you have, because I don't know if I have time to catch up on all that, but the stuff I've clued in, I've seen enough to know what you're doing and so on and so forth. I think you mentioned like the Ark of the Covenant and something like that, or Ark something, and the whole thing about the pyramids, and they found some box that's, you give the dimensions of it, and it just so happens to match the dimensions of some arc thingy or whatever, something to do with power, all that stuff. I retain more than I'm letting on, but you get you got it. You get what I mean. So when it comes to that, I just wanted to let you know, in terms of finding where they are, so that like we can use them. Yeah, that's a possibility. That may in fact happen. I just, with everything that I now, well, we always know everything, but everything that I know in this present moment that I remember, when it comes to finding out where they are and who took them, this, that, all that stuff, we may do that. That may happen. It's a possibility. Everything's possible. The thing is, though, correct me if I'm wrong, I just have this really strong inkling that, couldn't we just make another one? Say when the time is right, consciousness is where it's, whatever level it is it's required to be, or whoever shows up with whatever knowledge and wisdom, because I'm pretty sure I've heard you talk about people being able to create or make things out of thin air, just have things materialize, manifest things through just consciousness and the understanding of it. And I think you're aware that that's our true nature and being. So I just kind of wanted to help take a little bit of the pressure off. I'm pretty sure I'm about infinity% sure that if we actually come to the point where we need something like that or anything, we'll be able to do that when the timing is right. It's kind of just how things work. So it's not to say to stop doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. You're absolutely perfect. You're amazing. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for you being you and all that you do as you, for your service. You are infinitely appreciated. And that goes to anyone I mention and anyone in existence. But I'd like to take the time to thank you individually because you've helped me out in more ways than you realize or than you may be aware of. I have a feeling we might cross paths one day. I don't know. We'll see. I'm open to all the possibilities. So, it's just really wanted you to know that's all being taken care of. You're doing what you're supposed to do. Just, don't be concerned. I get and I understand the love and the care and the passion that you have. I'm not saying drop any of that. Keep staying exactly as you are. Don't change a thing about you. You are absolutely perfect, as I said. Just wanted you to know it's like, if we're meant to get it back, and I believe, just as you probably believe that we are, we will. The people who, or beings, whatever, same thing to me, who say took things away and did things to us and the way they affected humanity here on Earth, this Earth. Just remember the whole oneness thing. No one did anything to us. No one took anything from us. It was us that took it, did it. We're everything. And whatever happened was meant to happen, just as you're meant to be here. The consciousness decided that was what they wanted collectively on this earth. So that's why it is. It's the same with, say, that great flood, you and Graham Hancock talk about, oh, see, there you go right there. Thought it was only going to be 2 people. Here it is, adding 1 more. So for Graham Hancock, the flood and the catastrophe and the earth being struck and being worried about if it'll happen again, I'd like to give you a suggestion. Again, these are all suggestions. As I've said before, take what I say with a grain vodka, whiskey, whatever you want to take it with, milk. They're nothing meant to be hardcore me just saying this is this and then blah blah blah. I mean, I know what's what, but it's for every individual to decide what's what for themselves. So, Mr. Graham, I got it on good authority. Yes, there's things that need to be done, but the thing is, or should I say yes, and the thing is, the things that need to be done are being done. You exist. You're here. As I saw from another interview of you, what you're doing, the work you're doing, it runs in your family. It's no coincidence, yet again, that you are as you are and you're doing the things you're doing and you're putting out there what you're putting out there. You and your work are valid, and you're absolutely right, as you know. Sorry, I'll explain why I'm kind of being how I'm being right now in a bit. It's just these people I'm talking to and how certain people in the world view them. It's just funny. But I've got it on good authority, and I've seen enough to reinforce what I've gotten through others. The catastrophe thing doesn't look like it's gonna happen. I'm pretty sure, especially with the work that I've done, that, what, 2 people know about right now? Just 2? Not enough to have anyone believe anything I have to say. Like I said, I'm nothing and no one. But in the short time that I've been authentic me, it's just been made aware to me that, brought into my attention, I don't believe we have to worry about anything happening. It seems like too many pieces are falling into place and things are being lined up in a certain way. And also, the collective consciousness, if you will, from my understanding, my knowing, has decided not to do that again, as well as the planet, which is it's the same thing. But yeah, I talked to her, Gaia, and according to her, we're all good now. So, not saying to stop, again, spreading awareness on what's going on and the things that have happened and what needs to be done. That all you wouldn't be here. None of us would be here if for what we're doing, that thing in your heart that's making you, that you feel it in your soul, all of your being, that you got to do this. Keep doing it. What you're doing is part of the reason why things are going so well. So if that helps you understand, like, it's your contributions that are helping aid in that process and making it so. Otherwise, who knows? We might all be swimming right now. We might be up a creek without a paddle. So yeah. And then that leads me a little bit into the other person I wanted to mention. Let me just make sure. Is that everything I have to say to Graham? Oh yeah, and thank you. You helped me out too. I think, you kind of like were one of the first ones that kind of sparked things where the little downloads started happening. Just minding my own business. I was like, ding! Whoa! Why does that make sense? Why do I know that? Why do I know stuff? You're one of them. Everyone so far that I know of that I'm going to mention in this video is one of them. Alright. So, where I'm getting at, next person, because I think that's it. I think it's just that Mr. Graham here is just concerned about, knowing our history to make sure we're prepared for getting wiped out. But yeah, I think that's it. So next up to bat, Dr. Stephen Greer. Thank you too, my friend. Thank you. All 3 of you guys. You don't know what valuable assets you are. Maybe you do, but if no one else ever told you, which I'm sure you got people in your close circles who did, I just want to make sure that you guys know that how I feel about the individual aspects of love that is you. So, Dr. Stephen Greer. I think I've watched all your documentaries, or at least tried to, and I guess I'll just jump right in here. We're at the end of one of them, and you got the audience clapping. Sorry, I can't remember the title. Like I said, I watched them all, and I work a lot, so retaining. I just finished working now. I've been up since like, I don't know, 2 a.m. Yeah, I'm an early riser. You mentioned that you just said, we can do it. We can do it. And I love that. I love that optimism and that hope. And you're absolutely right. I don't know if it's already brought to your attention or not. Ironically enough, I just have this, I feel compelled to say something just in case. In your own documentary, you talk about how I guess there was some military base and some ship craft, ET craft, landed somewhere and talked to some general and told him they were, our children from the future, right? And gave him some tidbits of advice. Maybe that's the same one where you say that line about where he's like, "What's in it for me?" and they say, "A better future if you can take it," or something. Maybe that's that same instance that you're talking about. The thing is I just want to point out, again, this is all encouragement. Right there, that very thing that you're talking about and that you're aware of that actually happened, that happened. Here's the thing. I understand time and parallel universes and this, that, and the other, and things branching off and probabilities and all that. I wouldn't have a few months ago, but I do now. The thing is if you let yourself take in that information that you're giving, you may already have thought of this, but I just want to reinforce this again for you as well as everyone who's aware of it. If they came from the so-called future, and we'll just skip over the fact that everything's now, but if they came here to deliver a message, well, then that means that they exist. If they weren't lying and they weren't making things up, which that's even more far-fetched. If what actually happened, than the alternative. Well, then that means we have a future because it exists. So that means the things that whatever it was necessary, and whatever we needed to be able to achieve whatever goal, whatever it is that we collectively are supposed to do to be able to have the access to that kind of technology and to appear the way that you say they appeared, to go back in time, that means it already happened. That's my whole point. I guess I'm not skipping the how everything is now. Past, present, and future are all the same. It's all present, all now. There's no time. Then it's not just that it will happen, it means it already happened. So something's telling me to tell you to try to hold on to that thought or fact, or allow that somehow to be in your knowing. But I got a feeling you already do. I don't know, but maybe you just don't entertain it enough. I'm not sure. I don't feel like trying to feel your energy out and channel you at the moment to be able to know exactly what. I probably should, because it would make this video a whole lot better. But like I said, I just got off work. I just want to. I got a lot I'm trying to get out, because I feel, for me, I know everything's perfect, but I feel like I'm behind. I need to get more information out. So yeah, so that's it. I guess, unless I could think of anything else, but it means that the work you and everyone else here has done It's already happened. And we already did it. So, I guess what my angel friends would say is just stay in the know. In the knowing of, for all three of you guys, knowing that your heart's desire, because all three of you are lined up with the will, your so-called higher selves. You're all doing exactly what you set up for you to come here to do. So just that you've connected your hearts and your minds. So know everything's going according to your heart, your desire, your will as source. That's it. I guess it's just a little reminder, which, you know, it's kind of just that's my nature, is just reminding people of things. Since no one actually learns anything, since everyone knows everything, you're just remembering something. But yeah, what was the other part I had to say? Wow, I had it, and then I said all that stuff and forgot it. Maybe I should have taken a nap first. Man, something that's important too. I feel like it's crucial. See, tell you guys those things. Huh. Man, this is embarrassing. Oh man, this sucks. Why am I so bad at this? Are they sure I'm the right person for this job? Because apparently I suck at it. Oh my god. It's a thing too. It's like a decent thing. See, tell him that. Yeah, alright, let's see. Will it come to me? Oh, that I don't know if this is the thing that I remembered earlier, but yeah, this is the other part. So when it comes to you know, all the, yeah, this is it. The government, or was it black government or whatever, the secret stuff, the secrety, where they keep all the secrets, where, well, we don't want anyone to know about all this, blah 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 blah. You know, you're all doing work in this area, and the hold that they have with the fear and the separation on this planet. Well, as you can see, I'm thinking about it and I'm smiling, so that should be a little hint. The thing is you guys know how the universe works. You know and have an understanding about that cosmos, whatever. And I'm sure you have a decent enough understanding of the law of attraction and things of that nature. Well, the thing is when it comes to the powers that be, oh, this makes me happy. I'm excited now. When it comes to them, the ones so-called in power, what's awesome about this whole situation is this simple fact. And this should make it really nice. And I'm sure you'll appreciate this. Well, oneness versus separation. they're not about oneness. They don't understand that. And even if they did, they're not operating in it, so I doubt they do. Whoever these people, beings may be, and I also have a pretty good idea. I feel very strongly that whatever ETs that may have been involved in the past and working behind the scenes, they're gone. I got it on good authority, but like, again, don't take my word for anything. Let's just wait and see. I spent a lifetime so far being that person who says things and people look at me like I'm crazy, and then they look at me eventually like they're pissed off because I was right and they don't understand it. And I'm like, yeah, it's called patterns, man. So the thing is the ones in control and on a global level, running everything into what looks like the ground, well, I'll just say it flat out. They think that they need to do in order to be. They think they need to hoard and take away power from others in order to have power and control and wealth. They think they need to take these things from someone other than themselves in order to have it. So, having said that, they automatically, on their own, by their own, what's the word, volition? Whatever that sounds, what I'm trying to say that sounds right and fancy and smart, pretend I just said that. They admit what they hold inside their hearts. They're telling themselves that they don't have power, control, and wealth, and that they lack, and that's why they need to take from other to have themselves. They don't acknowledge that they already are that. And we're all mirrors. What you have on the inside, perception, what you put out, what you project, what you call back to yourself, attract. So what I'm getting at is, when it comes to matters and things here on this earth, the way it is right here and now in the present moment, the very things, and I could say this because there's no way they're going to stop it, because the reason they are using fear to control is because they themselves fear. So they're kind of just straight up fucked. But again, we all wanted this. They're doing their jobs and their part, and I could like say thank you for that. You assholes are amazing too. You're being great assholes. You gotta remember, we all work all this stuff out collectively before we decide to come into the third dimension. So, you know, just like if you look at the people with pre-birth plannings, well, they had theirs and they went, what? You know, playing a part in a movie, a video game, they're like, oh, I'm gonna be the best villain I could possibly be, yeah! And we were all like, yeah, dude, you guys go do that. This is gonna be fun. Just remember that. This is all fun. So, they just willingly chose to be dumbasses, which everybody here for the most part does that. That's what going from knowing to not knowing is. So yeah, I can go ahead and just straight up tell everyone the way that these organizations and certain groups have the ways and the means of which they've used to do and cause effect to everything being the way it is now, ironically enough, but really unironic, is exactly the way that things are going to be reversed. And it's going to be by the same means that they've used. That's going to be how things get undone. And there's no way for them to stop this process, because they've already put too much into it at this point to be able to take it back. And even if they did, that the only way that they'd be able to stop themselves from losing everything, because that's their main concern, is keeping everything. And as you know, when you're worried about losing things, and that's exactly what you end up attracting, because things have to shift to your perception and your knowing. So they're literally getting what they're asking for, what they desire. It just is what it is. And the only other way to change that and shift that for them would mean that they would have to go through the process of understanding the I am and oneness and all that. And then if they did that, then they would just willingly be like, we're up, waving the flag, we're sorry, we apologize, here's all the shit we're supposed to be having for 100 years. The odds of them doing that ain't likely. It's not plausible, probable, which word? What is the English word I am looking for? It doesn't matter. What I'm saying is either way, and the way things look now, from what I see, they're just gonna continue to, dig the graves they're digging. They just don't realize that the graves that they're digging are their own. So you guys keep doing what you're doing, but just remember in those times where you're feeling, because I know it comes from a place of caring so much, loving so much, if you ever get a little stressed or feel like the weight or that sense of urgency, remember there is no time. That's an illusion. And know that all that you are is working in perfect, loving relationship with all that you are. And the universe tends to unfold as it should. You don't know where that line comes from? Watch Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. Or just look up the clip of that. It's awesome. I love that clip. So yeah, I guess that's the message. But I know for a fact, I'm not going to name the means. They know what it is. You guys know what it is. And one of the reasons why I know is because... No. I'll keep that one. I'll keep that one in the chamber for now. It'll be out on its own. But just know everything's in loving relationship. And, things are bubbling to the surface. Things that we are going to be able to nope, that doesn't fall under love. No, that's oh, look at that, it's dissolving, it's disappearing. It was never really there. That's all that's happening. So, sending you guys my love. You guys are all awesome. And I would really like to ask for personal favors, but I feel like that might be out of place. So yeah, I just want you guys to know how awesome you are. As I said, keep going. You're absolutely amazing, and it is so much fun to watch and witness and see, and it's a really beautiful process. And remember to have fun and enjoy what you're doing. And that you don't got to be, you get to be. And you can have it too, because you already do.